G'day and welcome to Does It Matter? I have shades on today because I get something called rosacea blepharitis every now and then, and it causes me to be sensitive to light, and if I'm really unlucky I get ulcers on my cornea for added pleasure and stimulation. So I'm treating that at the moment. It's getting much better already, but even in this dim light, my eyes are rather sensitive, especially towards the end of the day. So please bear with me. I'm not trying to be super cool. I'm simply sparing myself some discomfort. I thought I'd do a quick one on, again, the topic seems to be uniform on human conflict and human misunderstandings and human perceptions of one another. It can involve the dating game, families, workplaces, all kinds of things. It's relevant to most of the human arenas of interaction. And it seems to me that there's a lot of I want, I deserve, I need. Okay, now they're all perfectly legitimate claims. You do need, you're entitled to want, okay, and you do deserve something. The issue that begs the question is, what exactly is it do you really need? Primary question should be the first one. Do you really need what it is that you want or think you deserve? Do you need this thing, this event, this person, this result? And if you do, then how will you go about achieving it, and what are the ramifications of that? But nonetheless, do you really need it? Because an awful lot of the time, what we're trying to go after is not at all what we need, it's what we want. Well, you know, there have been occasions in my life where I would have liked to have committed homicide. That would not have been a good thing for me to do. But I really felt that I needed to commit homicide at that time. Certain people can infuriate you beyond all reason, particularly in the types of work that I've done in the past. Very, very, very antisocial psychopaths and such that you encounter on occasion, who are well and truly inspirational to murder. And it takes some resisting to remain in the civilized constraint. So obviously needs don't always match up to reality, to what's achievable, number one, and what you should have, number two. I want billions of dollars tomorrow. I'm not going to get that. Okay, so I can have all the grand plans of indulging myself or saving the world or any other either narcissistic or altruistic outcome. It doesn't matter. It's not going to happen. Reality is unlikely to bestow such largesse upon me, out of the blue anyway. Would it be good for me? Who knows? What I do know is that rich people don't seem to be substantially happier than anyone else. So if you're looking to be happy, and you need to be happy, then maybe money isn't the pathway to that. Though enough money can make it easier to be happy, can make it easier to be satisfied in other ways. Certainly, yin and yang, bit of a balance. Do you need it? Really important question. A matching question, particularly if it's a person or a job, does it need you? This is the question that's rarely ever asked. Just because you want this person, place or thing, does it need you? Does this group, this workplace, this company, this person that you're seeking romantically, do they need you? What do you bring to the table? You see, I hear a lot of I want and I deserve in the common vernacular nowadays. And again, it's not inherently wrong. However, when applied in context, a lot of it looks really ugly. A lot of it is moronic. It's a very accurate term to describe it. It's moronic. if you are asking for someone to be kind, you'd best be equally kind. If you're asking for an intelligent, well-educated person, then you had either better be charming, exceedingly charming, or intelligent and educated yourself. If you're asking for a person to be considerate of your needs, then you will need to pay particular close attention to that person's needs, and that had best be a character trait that you already have. If you want whatever it is that you think you want and deserve in a relationship, or in a workplace, or in a friendship, or in a career, then you had best have either the same or complementary traits that are desirable within that situation or by that person. If you don't, then you don't deserve it. And no matter how much you want it, you don't need it either, because you will not be able to respond appropriately, and you will not be able to reap the greatest benefits. The greatest benefits that come from synergy of situations is when you are supplying the correct energy, you are supplying the correct attitudes, you are supplying the right stuff, and so are the people around you, so is the person you're romantically linking with, so is the job, the workplace, or whatever. And if it isn't, then it's not going to work. There's not going to be any synergy, there'll be no sync, and things will fall apart. This seems to happen a fair bit from what I can observe. 53, I've seen a fair bit. And again, the question that is rarely ever asked is, what did I do wrong? Now, when people do ask that, it's usually after a lot of snot and tears and sobbing, and on the top end or the peak of a mountain of self-pity. So, hence the self-flagellation. Not useful. Flagellating yourself is no better than blaming everyone else. It doesn't help, it doesn't work, it's self-indulgent either way. When you ask what you might have done wrong, you need to pretend you're not yourself. You're someone observing. You're giving advice to a friend. I'm probably racing a little ahead there, but inherently asking what it is that you bring to the table also sets you up in the future to be able to analyse any problems that might come up or any failures that might be occasioned. Gives you a chance to come up with a formula that explains what has passed, good, bad, or ugly. I see an awful lot of people who say, well, I deserve this. Why do you deserve it? What great moral, ethical, altruistic behaviour has prompted this largesse of deserving so much? Why do you deserve it? Why? What is it that you've done? Because as I subscribe to a strong Stoic orientation, I'm inclined to say, well, actions speak louder than words. You are what you do. So what have you done that warrants so much worth? If you're worth so much, what have you done? Talk to the people you've been in relationships with, you're friends with. Talk to your family members. Talk to people who know you somewhat. Stands to reason that if you can get at least some of them to be honest, you're not necessarily going to hear everything you expect to hear. And it'll be the most useful conversations you've ever had, because it can give you some grounds by which to actually grow and improve and be worthwhile to actually get to a point where your behaviour warrants you deserving something better. All right? We don't deserve things innately just because mum and dad loved you, just because you're somewhat nice sometimes, doesn't mean you deserve anything more than anyone else. If you want an amazing partner, you want an astonishing job, you want that career that you've dreamed of, you want, win a fight in the ring, whatever it is that you aspire to, write a song that gets you onto The Voice, whatever. If you want those things, get cracking. Become the person that deserves those things, those results, or deserves that person that you're trying to achieve. What do you bring to the table? It's a question you've got to constantly ask yourself. What am I bringing to the table? What am I doing that is so worthwhile? Is it enough? Is it enough to achieve what I need to achieve? Okay? An awful lot of relationships, friendships and otherwise, all manner of human relationships would be remarkably improved upon if people were truthful with one another all the time. And that doesn't mean being unkind or opening your mouth as soon as you think a thought. But consideration is always paramount. But you have to be honest with people. You have to tell them the truth. True speech is vital. And you have to recognize that you come with certain attributes, good, bad, and ugly. You're a package deal just like they are. And if you're bringing a lot less to the table, or you've overvalued what you do bring to the table, or it's just an incompatible bunch of things that you bring to the table, because sometimes you can be bringing quite a bit to a situation, place, person, job, whatever. It's simply not right for them. It's not right for that situation. It's not right for the person you're trying to get with or stay with. It's not right for the job that you're in or going to try to get into, or the career. And you need to recognize that. And then it's up to you whether you're going to make changes, either to what it is that you want or are seeking, your goal, or to yourself in order to be more fitting to the job, person or place that you're seeking to be in or with. So we need to always reflect on ourselves, okay? Rather than just constantly thinking, I deserve, I need, I want, and I'm going to get it. No, you're not. And even if you do, it will be hollow because you have not asked whether you really need it. And what it is that you need will truly be in the long run what you want. And the things that you crave, that you want, that are ephemeral, poorly thought out, superficial and shallow, will be unsatisfying. They'll be eating straw. You'll be eating straw. It will not sustain you, and you will wonder where you went wrong. And that is a sad place to reach in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, as an awful lot of people do. It's still rectifiable, but you have to be able to recognize what it is you've done and take full responsibility for it, good, bad, or ugly. So when you hear these words coming from your lips, I want, I need, I deserve, try to pass them a little bit. Try to reflect on them. Use that philosopher's tool of contemplation. Pretend you're someone else. Have a little think about what it is you're exactly saying, what it is that you really do want, what it is that you really do need, and do you deserve it? Do you actually deserve it? What have you done to warrant such generosity from the universe or from another person? You want someone to like you, be what they need. And make sure that what they need is what you need too. No one needs another person crucifying themselves on the face of a romantic pedestal. Okay, placing someone on a pedestal and then spending years as a long-suffering martyr is also stupid. Okay, determine what you need, determine what they need, and see if the two go together. An awful lot of people don't bother doing that. Love is more than a feeling. Cheers, guys.